What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another full card breakdown. This is for UFC 301, Pantoja versus Urseg. And it's going to be a really good card. It's in Brazil. You know the cards go nuts in Brazil. You know the fans go nuts. The fighters go nuts. They're screaming, "You're going to die" the whole time when the foreign guys are walking out. So it's going to be crazy. And we got some really good fights on this. We got the return of Jose Aldo, and we got Elves Brener versus Oroibai. That's going to be a great fight. I want to tell everybody, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have it. Help the channel grow. I got my underdog fantasy going on, underdog fantasy promotion going on, where I'm going to do a giveaway for UFC 302, where we got Tom Aspinall rookie autograph, Mavsar Ivalev rookie autograph, Sirogan rookie autograph, Disco Prism, Shavkat Rakhmonov autograph, and you got Hamzat Chimaev autograph Gem Mint 10. Now this is for my underdog fantasy giveaway, and that's where you're going. The link's in the description, and it's if you go there and start a new account, you deposit a minimum of $10 using my promo code Blood Money. Just use the link there. You'll get a full deposit bonus of 100% of that $10. Or if you put 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever, you'll get 100% sign up bonus. Then you'll get entered into my contest. It's a contest for 50 people, but I'm going to do it at UFC 302. I only got a couple of people in it so far, so I don't care how many people get in it. If only 6 people get in it, then it'll be a 1 in 6 chance to win all them cards. But like I said, it's kind of free, because like you put your $10 on, you get matched the $10, and you still get to keep your $10 and all that. So if you want to help out, support the channel, underdog fantasy giveaway. They got some really cool fantasy stuff you can do on there. Some pick'em, some championship modes, different stuff like that. Last week or 2 weeks ago for UFC 300, Phantom Schmiegel won the card giveaway. That's his 3rd contest. He's one of mine. It shows if you just participate in the contest, man, you can win. So he won about 17 or 18 cards, got them sent out to him. So shout out to Phantom Schmiegel, man. 3rd winning contest of mine that I put out. But yeah, man, everybody, we're going to do a quick recap of UFC Vegas 91, and then we're going to do a quick picks of UFC 301. UFC Vegas 91 was another tough card for me. I went 2 and 3 for minus 1.7 units. My 2 winning bets were David Onama, got plus 360 on that, and Karolina Silva plus 300 on her for the win. They both look good in their fights. They had tough fights. They fought tough opponents, but I was able to get the wins. My 3 losing bets, Tim Means was looking okay until he took one big uppercut and got put out. Man, Mays and Span, that was a tough one. Mays, looked decent. He got the win over Machado, but Span, I thought he had that win in the first round when he took his back and flattened him out and did all that, and then nope. Not at all. And he ended up getting finished in that 2nd round. And then the 3rd losing bet was Nicolao Perez over 3.5. And I was pretty shocked. I was up money still. I was up like 1.7, 1.9 units or something. And then I would have been up like 4.7 if that went over. And Vinc, Perez puts out Nicolao in that 2nd round. I was pretty shocked at that. If anything, I thought Nicolao might have been the one doing that, but nope. So that brings my 2024 betting record. It's been a bad year. It's been a tough year. Win some, lose some, lose some more. 2024, 34 and 25 for minus 21.05 units. My overall record is 331 and 248 for plus 98.05 units. And we're going to get some of that back here on UFC 301, man. I like this card. I already got 3 bets in on this card. So it's going to be a good one. It's got, like I said, some really good fights. Then you're in Brazil, so you know that these dudes are going to fight even harder, because I'm pretty sure that we got a Brazilian in pretty much every single card on here. So let's get right into it. UFC 301. The first fight, I have these out of order a little bit because Brener, I forgot to write this fight in, actually, so I had to go back and put it all the way at the beginning. But this is going to be one of the best fights on the card. Elvis Brener is 16 and 3, currently sitting at plus 210, 26 years old, 5'10 with a 72-inch reach. Oroibai is 12, 1 and 1, currently sitting at minus 260, 26 years old, 5'10 with the 74-inch reach. So you see both guys are the same age, the same height, pretty much the same reach. Oroibai has 2 inches of reach. They both fought at welterweight last time, but Oroibai has been fighting there more. He's dropping down to 155. This more Brenner's natural weight class too. This is going to be a scrap, man. Elvis Brener's well-rounded. He's got KO power in his hands. You've seen he's knocked out his last 2 opponents, one of them being Guram Kutaladze, which is a crazy win. And, you know, he's a junkyard dog. He showed in that fight, got cut open. He took some big shots. He gave some big shots. He has excellent, and he was able to put Guram out in that 3rd round when the going got tough. Guram's the one that folded. He's got excellent jiu-jitsu, though. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. You seen he got taken down by Guram, was able to get back up quick. He also took Guram down, so you know he's got good offensive wrestling. And then his jiu-jitsu is crazy. He's only got 3 knockout wins. 2 of them came in his last 2 wins, but before that, he was submitting people. He's got 12 submission wins with like 8 arm bars, so dangerous everywhere. Oroibai, you see he's dangerous everywhere too. He's got good power in his hands. He's got some decent knockouts on the regional scene. He's never really fought anybody good outside of Euros Medic, where he did look good in that win. You know, he got hit with some big shots early on, was able to just get his wrestling going and wearing down on Medic, and then finally getting that win. But before that, you know, he's fighting subpar guys, 18-14, 10-7, 6-1, 0-0, 5-3. So hasn't been fighting the best competition, but like I said, he's well-rounded. I don't care. I'm taking the junkyard dog here at plus 200, man. I think Brener can strike with Oroibai, and I think that if Oroibai, like Brenner's way more dangerous on the ground. He's got a way better ground game than Euros Medic as far as even takedown defense and then just submissions. You know, Medic's not going to be really dangerous with the submissions off his back, where Brenner's going to be going for arm bars, triangles, guillotines, all that stuff. So give me the plus 200 dog here. I say that Brenner's able to fight with him, land some big shots on the feet, and if it goes to the ground, he's going to be dangerous there too. But I know I've watched Oroibai on the regional scene. He didn't look as dominant as he did against Medic. And then you hear last night, Medic said that he was training for a Muay Thai guy for 3 months, did no wrestling, and then fought Oroibai, you know, and just got dominated there. So I'm taking Elvis Brener. Next fight is in the men's lightweight division. We got Mauricio Ruffy versus Jamie Mullarkey. Ruffy's 9-1, currently sitting at minus 165, 30 years old, 5'11" with the 75-inch reach. Mullarkey is 17-7, 29 years old, currently sitting at plus 140, 6 foot with the 74-inch reach. And man, I like Ruffy here, man. This guy is tough. He's good. He hits hard. He's a counter striker with excellent movement. You've seen on the Contender Series against that big, tough Russian that actually had a win. The Russian he beat had just beat Impa Kasagane. And what he did, man, was use movement and counter striking to hit the Russian dude with big strikes, and then powerful calf kicks. Show good takedown defense, stop the takedowns. And in the 3rd round, he just beat the dude up. His legs were so beat up that he had to keep switching stances. Finally, Ruffy he tried to take Ruffy down. Ruffy reversed. They got on top and finished him from the mount. But this dude's tough, man. He's dangerous. He's a big dude. And that last win was at 170, you know, coming down to 155. I think he's going to look even better. Going against Jamie Mullarkey, man, who, you know, hasn't had the best run. He's lost 3 of his last 6 fights. But if you really go back, he could be 1-6 in them, because I thought he lost the Magdesi fight, and I thought he lost the Michael Johnson fight. So the only fight he pretty much won was Prado on short notice. And that was a tough fight for him. But Mullarkey's well-rounded. He's got pretty decent striking. He can be slow. He can be hittable. And his chin doesn't really hold up, and this definitely hasn't been holding up that much lately. I think Ruffy's going to take this fight. I think that him and Mullarkey will have some decent exchanges, but Ruffy's going to be way more technical striker. I think Ruffy's going to tear up that front leg. I think Ruffy stops any grappling that Mullarkey tries, and just outworks him, man, and eventually catches him with the big shot. Ruffy hits hard. He's a big, tough dude. Like I said, Mullarkey's usually way bigger than most of his opponents. But Mullarkey's chin, man, you just cannot trust it. So I'll take Ruffy. I say he gets the knockout here, and I say he gets it, you know, 2nd or 3rd round, because everybody hurts Mullarkey. I mean, Riddell hurt Mullarkey, didn't finish him. Michael Johnson hurt Mullarkey bad, didn't finish him. The rest of the guys are hurting him and then finishing him. So I think the first time Ruffy lands big, man, you see Mullarkey like Nasrat Hakparas, who really doesn't finish anybody. First hard shot he landed on Mullarkey, put him out. So I like Ruffy a lot in this fight. Next fight's in the women's flyweight division. We got Diana Barbosa versus Ernesta Kareckaite. Yeah, that name's tough as shit. But Diane, she's 6-2, currently sitting at minus 220, 31 years old, 5'6" with the 66.5-inch reach. Ernesta is 5'01", Currently sitting at plus 180, 25 years old, 5'9" with the 71-inch reach. Barbosa is tough, man. She's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu. She's got a black belt in judo. She was in a judo Olympian for Brazil. Just a well-rounded fighter, man, that's been fighting for a long time. Her striking's not bad. She's got crisp, straight punches with nice leg kicks she finishes them with. And she's obviously just looking to get you to the ground and grapple you. And she's fighting a big, tall kickboxer. You've seen from Lithuania, you've seen Ernesta on the Contender Series where she went toe-to-toe with the other girl, and they threw like 300-400 punches, man, and just really got after it. But neither one really tried to grapple too much in that fight. But Ernesta's a tough, long kickboxer. She reminds me of, what's the other girl? Diana Balbita, where she's just like constantly throwing stuff, but she has no defense and she doesn't really hit that hard. So the girls just, kind of take it and hit her back. But she's super tough. But in this fight, man, I got to take Barbosa. Way more well-rounded. Barbosa will be able to – I mean, if it just stays striking for 3 rounds, I definitely got Ernesta winning that fight. But Barbosa's got to win over Karine Silva. Outside of the UFC, she's a tough girl, man. She's fought some really good fighters, and she's just a well-rounded fighter. So give me Barbosa. I'm going to say by decision because Ernesta is pretty tough. Next fight's in the men's flyweight division. We got Alejandro Costa versus Kevin Borjas. This is going to be a scrap. Costa's 13-4, currently sitting at minus 140. 5'4" with the 67-inch reach. Borjas is 9-2, currently sitting at plus 115. He is 5'5" with the 68-inch reach. And this is going to be a super good fight, man. You got Costa, who's super well-rounded, excellent striking. You've seen he was able to have good striking with Steve Erceg in his last fight where he hurt Erceg hurt him. They had a good back and forth fight. He won the second round. The third round was pretty close. And Erceg ended up getting the decision. You've seen him dominate Jimmy Flick standing in on the ground. He came in on short notice against Albazi. He took the loss there, but he looked really good in the loss. Well-rounded. He has really good power in both of his hands. He likes to counter strike and be a little low output, but he has really good offensive and defensive wrestling and really good jiu-jitsu. Borjas, man, you've seen him on the Contender Series have a good fight with a guy kind of like Costa, where he was getting taken down and controlled a lot, but the guy he fought was on short notice, and that guy kind of gassed out. But Borjas has good boxing. You've seen against Joshua Van, where he in the first round, he was putting together some good combos, rocked Van, and looked really good. But in the second round, Van just started taking over, and Borjas kind of slowed down. And Van was able to get the win there. But Borjas has good boxing. He has decent takedown defense. Not the best get-up game, but just good boxing. A nice 1-2 with really good power in his right hand. He's super tough. One of these Peruvian fighters that, got really good toughness and decent cardio. Taking Costa in this fight, though, I think Costa can box with Borjas after seeing how good he did with Steve Erceg. And then I think he's definitely going to be the one that can land the takedowns, get the control time, and get the win here. I don't think he finishes Borjas. I think it's a nice, good, tough fight. But, give me Alejandro Costa by decision. Next fight is in the men's lightweight division. We got Ismael Bonfim versus Vinc Pichel. Ismael Bonfim is 19-4. Currently sitting at minus 450, 5'8" with the 71-inch reach. Pichel is 14-3, 5'10" with the 72-inch reach. Currently sitting at plus 350, and he's 41 years old. So you'll see Bonfim's 13 years older. Bonfim, last time we seen him out, against Benoit Saint Denis, he got dominated, he got taken down, he got beat up, and then he got choked out in the first round. But other than that, outside of that, man, this dude's super tough. You've seen him knock out Terrence McKinney with the flying knee. On the Contender Series, he beat a Russian that was like 28-4. He was able to stop all the takedown attempts. He uses boxing to the body. He's mainly boxing. Like I said, he's got some flying knees and stuff, but he's a really good boxer. He's got good counter strikes. He's got good cardio, good toughness. He's fighting 41-year-old Vinc Pichel, who's super tough, and I like Pichel. And I wish this was 10 years ago. It'd be a lot better fight. But Pichel's well-rounded. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling and pretty good striking. But, man, he's slowed down, man. Against Marco Madsen, he definitely showed his age in that fight. But, man, well-rounded, very tough guy, but not very dangerous anywhere. It goes to decision a lot. So I'm taking Bonfim by decision. I don't think he finishes Pichel. Bonfim's got some decent decisions on his record. But, give me Bonfim by decision. But I hope Pichel wins. I'm rooting for him. Next fight is in the women's strawweight division. We got Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Lasmin Lucindo. Kowalkiewicz is 16-7, currently sitting at plus 275, 38 years old, 5'3" at the 64-inch reach. Lucindo's 15-5. Currently sitting at minus 350, 22 years old, 5'3" with the 66-inch reach. So you see Lucindo is 16 years younger. So that means Kowalkiewicz is going to have tons of experience over. Karolina, she's a very experienced girl. She's fought for the title. She's had good runs in the UFC. You know, she had a bad run where she had like 3 or 4 losses in a row and then came back. And now she's had 4 or 5 wins in a row and been looking pretty good, you know. She's very well rounded. She's got better striking than grappling, but she can grapple too. Decent takedown defense, decent takedowns of her own. But man, you know, she's 38 years old now, and her striking slowed down. She's not dangerous at all. And she's fighting Lasmin and Lucindo, who's very dangerous in the striking. Her boxing is so powerful. It's fast. It's crispy. She hits hard. She can take a good shot. She's got good offensive wrestling, and she's got good jiu-jitsu. You've seen her choke out Polyana Viana. But man, yeah, she's going to be faster, and she's going to hit way harder on the feet. And I think that she has the grappling advantage here too. So give me Lasmin and Lucindo, and let me get her by decision, because Karolina, even though she was finished a couple times, and we thought her durability went down, it really didn't. She got finished. She got hit with a big shot by Andrade. But other than that, she showed really good toughness, cardio, and very well-roundedness. So let me get Lucindo by decision. Next fight's in the men's featherweight division. We got Gene Silva versus William Gomis. This is going to be a scrap. You know, Gene Silva's a tough dude. He's 12-2, currently sitting at minus 140, 27 years old. Somehow looks way older than that. 5'7" with the 69-inch reach. Gomis is 13-2, currently sitting at plus 115, 26 years old, 6 foot with the 73-inch reach. So you see Gomis is going to be 5 inches taller with 4 inches of reach, which is pretty big. Gene Silva, man, this is going to be a scrap, because Gene Silva, man, he's got excellent boxing, forward pressure, power kicks, power knees, and decent wrestling, offensive and defensive. But he's a tough dude, man. He's mean. He throws with intent when he does throw, but he can be kind of low output, waiting for a spot. William Gomis, man, he's got decent boxing. He's a long kickboxer, but he's got weird hips where he throws tons of kicks, but he can throw high kicks like in close. He just whips his hips up. It's really weird. Watch his fights, man. But he's very, very flexible. And he throws power kicks with the left and right leg from very close and very far away. Like, he uses them as almost more of his jabs, because his boxing's not that great. He's got decent offensive wrestling himself. You've seen against like Jarno Aarons, he used it a little bit, and had to use that to get the win there. But this is going to be a good fight, man. But in the end, give me Gene Silva, even though this is a toss. This is a 50-50, because I think Silva can land the bigger shots, and he's got the forward pressure to land the big shots, kind of like Jarno Aarons was. But when he's doing it, I don't think that Gomis is going to be able to take Silva down and get all that control time. But I would stay away from betting this fight, because William Gomis is good, man. He could really easily win this fight just based off movement and land a big kick, especially you're in the big cage. That's going to help Gomis. So I would stay away from betting that fight. This fight's going to be crazy good, though. In the men's featherweight division, we got Joanderson Brito versus Jack Shore. Jack Shore making his second fight at 145, and Joanderson Brito coming in off that JSP win. Brito 16-3-1, currently sitting at minus 165, 29 years old, 5'8" with the 72-inch reach. Shore 17-1, 29 years old, 5'8" with the 71-inch reach. And Brito is dangerous, man. He's dangerous standing. You've seen him knock out Andre Fili on the regional scene. You've seen him knock out Chepe Mariscal. You've seen him not really out grapple, but take down Diego Lopez on the Contender Series, hold him down for 2 rounds and survive the striking, you know. So that's a very good win. But he's dangerous everywhere. Standing, he's got good wrestling. He's got really good back takes, standing or on the ground, and a sick rear naked choke, man. And his ground and pound's crazy. Jack Shore, good at 135. You know, he's well-rounded. He's got pretty good striking. He's got a really nice jab. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling and jiu-jitsu. He's not easy to take down and hold down. You've seen in his fight with like Ricky Simone, where Simone just kept trying to take him down, really couldn't take him down or get any control time. And that was at 135, but Simone's a very good grappler. He did end up getting knocked out standing, but Simone hit him with a big shot. His first fight at 145, he looked decent against Americani. He was able to he didn't even really get out wrestled by Americani too much, maybe for like 1 minute in that first round. Ended up taking over in the second, getting the win. This is going to be a super tough fight. I'm taking Joanderson Brito, though. He's way more dangerous. He's fought at 145 his whole career. He's got some really good wins here. But the thing is he can get tired. He can slow down. You've seen against Bill Algeo. So that's a concern here. But I'm going to take Joanderson Brito. I'm going to say that he's able to land the big shot because he's not going to come out and just take Jack Shore down and choke him out. So he's going to have to land a big shot or get the takedown, take the back, and get the choke out. But either way, decision, club and sub or club, I got Joanderson Brito getting the win. Next fight is in the men's lightweight division. And this should be a pretty good scrap right here, too. We got Drakkar Klose, which I'm not finding it on here. Okay, right here. Men's 155. We got Drakkar Klose versus Joaquim Silva. Silva's 13-4, currently sitting at plus 160, 35 years old, 5'8" with the 69-inch reach. Klose is 14-2, currently sitting at minus 190, 36 years old, 5'9" with the 70-inch reach. So you see these guys are pretty much the same age and same height and everything. And this is going to be a freaking another good fight. Joaquim Silva is tough, durable. He's dangerous everywhere. He's got good Muay Thai. He's got good knees. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. You've seen against our monster rookie, and he was able to stop most of the takedowns, make it a really good fight. Drakkar Klose, he's a good wrestler. He's well-rounded. He's got good striking, good clinch knees. He's got good offensive wrestling. He'll chain wrestle, and he's got really good cardio, man. So this is going to be a good fight. I'm going to take Drakkar Klose just for the fact that I think the striking is going to be pretty even between these guys, and then Klose is going to have the grappling advantage, and I think he'll have a cardio advantage too. But this line could get kind of crazy, you know, because it's going to be a really close fight. Like Drakkar Klose usually fights pretty close with most people. So yeah, man, give me him. But super close fight. Next fight is in the men's 185-pound division. We got Michel Pereira versus Ihor Potieria. Pereira is 30-11, currently sitting at minus 420, 30 years old, 6'1" with the 73-inch reach. Potieria is 21-5, currently sitting at plus 320, 27 years old, 6'3" with the 75-inch reach. So you see, Ihor is actually going to be a little bit bigger here with 2 inches of height, 2 inches of reach. But yeah, man, this is going to be a crazy fight. Michel Pereira has been looking great at 185 with his wins over Michel Olajczyk and what's his name? The wrestler, jiu-jitsu guy. God. The other Russian name, dude. Fuck, I just hit the button, I guess, right? Yeah, man, he was able to knock him out in like 30 seconds. Andrei Petrovsky got the punch. So he's looked really good at 185. He's got excellent movement, excellent counters, and powerful kicks. You see the body kicks is what hurt Olajczyk to the body. But yeah, we haven't seen his grappling, though, at 185. We've seen it at 170. It looked pretty decent against them guys, Nico Price and that kind of stuff. But I'm very dangerous standing up, man. His striking is crazy. He's explosive. He's big. He's strong. He's fighting Potieria, who got his first decision win in the UFC last fight at 185. Came in on short notice, and you know, it was a terrible fight, but he showed a little bit more patience and looked a little better at 185. Here, I got to take Pereira. You know what I mean? Even though Potieria, this fight could get weird, both dudes throwing heat and stuff, I got to take Pereira. He's just looked better at 185, and I think that he can land the big shot and get Potieria out of there. Potieria has been finished 3 times in the UFC, and I think Pereira can give him his 4th finish loss. Next fight is in the men's 205-pound division. We got Anthony Smith versus Victor Petrino. Anthony Smith is 37-19, currently sitting at plus 360, 35 years old, 6'4" to 76-inch reach. Petrino's 11-0, 26 years old, currently sitting at minus 485, 6'2" with the 72.5-inch reach. And yeah, man, Anthony Smith is a well-rounded vet, only 35 years old, but he's took so much damage, man. That last knockout to Khalil Roundtree was terrible, man. That really rattled his brain, and he's took some other bad knockouts like that too. But very well-rounded, good leg kick, decent boxing, terrible takedown defense, but he's got good jiu-jitsu off his back and on top. But, man, you know, he's a little bit slower, and I don't think he likes taking damage at this stage in his career. Victor Petrino, man, still trying to see what this dude is. He's very tough. He's got really good cardio for being a giant dude. He's got okay wrestling. He just powers guys down because he's a giant. And then he's got pretty good striking, but he's slow. He's hittable. He doesn't check leg kicks, but he's got a sick left hook. So, like I said, man, I got to take Victor Petrino here. I got to say that he's going to hit Smith with something big at some point, or just take him down and beat him up. He's got to stay careful, though, on the ground, because Smith could hit him with the arm bar or something like that. But give me Victor Petrino, and he's going to probably finish Anthony Smith under 3 rounds. Next fight's in the men's middleweight division. We got Paul Craig versus Kyle Barallo. I don't know why Paul Craig came down to 185, and they just keep giving him better grapplers than him, like Brendan Allen, Mark Munoz or Muniz and Andre Muniz and Kyle Brallo. Like he could have had some other good fights with dudes that were decent strikers with okay takedown defense and Paul Craig get him down to choke him out. No, they give him all people really. I mean, he got the win over Muniz, which was nice because Muniz gassed out, but like still, like it's weird that he cut down weight just for them to give him people that are basically him but better. But Paul Craig 17-7-1, 36 years old, 6'3" at the 76-inch reach. Kyle Brallo 15-1, minus 450, 31 years old. 6'1" with the 75-inch reach. So you see Paul Craig's going to be 2 inches taller with 1 inch of reach. But Paul Craig, man, his striking is improving, but it's still not good. His wrestling is improving, but it's still not good. His jiu-jitsu is really good off his back and really good on top, and he's got sick ground and pound on top. Okay cardio, but man, you know, he's got to be able to get his grappling to work for him to win. And Kyle Brallo is just a better jiu-jitsu guy than him. He's going to be the better wrestler. He's going to have the better jiu-jitsu, and he's going to have the better striking. So I see Kyle Brallo winning this fight. I don't know if he finishes Paul Craig because he doesn't really push that kind of pace, but it could be just a boring kickboxing match. Just whatever Kyle Brallo wants it to be, really. And he's not going for the finish that much. So give me Kyle Brallo. I'm going to say he's going to get a by decision in a kind of boring fight. Next fight's in the men's bantamweight division, the co-main event, which is going to be very good. Jonathan Martinez versus Jose, the return of Jose Aldo. Jonathan Martinez is 19-4, currently sitting at minus 135, 30 years old, 5'8" with the 69.5-inch reach. Jose Aldo's 31-8, currently sitting at plus 110, 37 years old, 5'7" with the 70-inch reach. Jonathan Martinez, man, this kid's just getting better and better and better every single fight. I feel like he's on his way up to the top 10, top 5 for sure. His last fight with Adrian Yanez, where he just dominated him with leg kicks, movement, and punches, and got him out of there. The fight before that had a very good back and forth with Said Nurmagomedov. Did a lot of grappling in that fight and showed a really good grappling game. I think we didn't really know that he had. Tore up Cub Swanson in the fight before that. And then before that, you know, just three decisions in a row. But he's got southpaw striking, and his leg kicks from that southpaw stance just murder guys. Really good movement, really good toughness. He's got good boxing. He's got really good cardio. His only knock against him in the UFC was that he had like a couple, like he got knocked out by what's his name, the Davy Grant. And then he got beat by Andre Ewell, which I thought he won that fight, but it was Sukumtao. But he's been dropped in a couple fights, and that's what made people like kind of worried. You know what I mean? Davy Grant dropped him and finished him like that, but I believe it was Frankie Sands or somebody down here that hurt him. But then he got hurt by Alejandro Perez. I think it was Said, or Alejandro Perez. So it kind of looked like he was just, you know, kind of chinny and this and that. But man, since that Davy Grant fight, he's just been putting whoopings on people, man. And this kid's good. He trains with a good team. He trains at Elevation. He only seems to be getting better. Now he's fighting Jose Aldo, who retired over 2 years ago. He hasn't fought since he fought Merab. He hasn't fought MMA since he fought Merab, and it was almost 2 years ago. And you know, he was still looking decent, but man, how that, like when he looked good against the same type of fighter, like say a Pedro Munoz, who Jonathan Martinez, I feel like is way better than Pedro Munoz at this point. That was a very close fight for Aldo, and that was 4 years ago when Aldo was 33. And it was still a close fight, but that's what I went back in my tape study to see, you know, to see how good Aldo was. But that was a close fight. I'm taking Jonathan Martinez here. I think that out of his southpaw stance, he tears up Aldo's leg, uses movement and striking, and just ends up beating Aldo on all stages of this fight. I don't see no grappling going on. Nobody's taking Aldo down, but Aldo's also not taking Martinez down. I'd see Martinez just landing the bigger shots, throwing more output, and getting this win and keeping moving up in his career. Next fight is in the men's flyweight division. It's for the championship. We got Alejandro Pantoja versus Steve Erceg. Pantoja's 27-5, currently sitting at minus 250, 5'5" with a 68-inch reach. Erceg 12-1, currently sitting at plus 200, 5'8" with the 68.5-inch reach. Yeah, man, this is going to be a good fight. I think they kind of threw this together because they wanted Pantoja to fight here in Brazil. You know, it's number 1 versus number 9. It's, you know, kind of crazy. I feel like there's a lot more deserving 125ers for this title shot, but Pantoja's fought a lot of the top 125ers, and they must just be booked up and busy. Makayev looked terrible in his last fight with Perez, and so Erceg looked good against Matt Schnell. He ended up getting the fight. Pantoja is a well-rounded junkyard dog, man. This dude has cardio for 5 rounds, even though he slows after 1 round. He fights through it. Crazy durability, never been finished in 32 fights, man. He's took some big shots. He's got hurt, and he just fights right through it until he comes back and finishes guys, man. He's very dangerous standing where he has long punches, man. His reach is weird, length weird, man. Like against Brandon Moreno, if you look, he throws these hooks, and it just seems like his arms keep extending. It's weird. Throws with power, nice jab, nice left hook, really good wrestling, world-class BJJ, man. You've seen him out BJJ Brandon Royval, Brandon Moreno, almost everybody that he fights, man. It's crazy. And he, like I said, junkyard dog with cardio and actually highly skilled. Steve Erceg, he's good. He showed good boxing. He's got a really good jab, really good left hook. He's got power in both hands. You've seen him against Matt Schnell. You've seen him hurt Costa. But he's well-rounded. He's like a Australian national wrestling champ. And he's got good jiu-jitsu. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but it's not going to be the same level as Pantoja. His wrestling's like, Erceg had a tough fight. He was losing to Dvorak all the way up till he landed that big shot. And towards the end, like with like a minute and a half left in the second round, took that round and then took the fight over and won the third round. But he was losing up till then. It was short notice. And then against Alessandro Costa, who's really good. Man, that was a close fight. Like he hurt Costa and tried to get the finish in the first round. And Costa came back in the second round, won that second round, landed big shots. It looked like Erceg slowed down a little bit. And then third round, it was just clinching back and forth, and Erceg won that round. But he's fighting close with these guys that, aren't on Pantoja's level yet. I would have liked to see Erceg have about 2 or 3 more fights in the UFC against high-level guys to see where he's really, really at. But I think they're throwing him into the fire. Like Pantoja's fought everybody in the world at 125. That's good. Figueiredo, Moreno, Askarov, he's fought everybody. Brandon Royval, and beat most of them. So I'm taking Pantoja here. I'm going to say that Pantoja is able to wear on Erceg, just wrestling him. I do think Pantoja can out-wrestle him. I do think Pantoja can get his back and get control. And when it's on the feet, like even though Erceg may have a slight advantage, it's not going to be huge. And Pantoja can take them shots, and he's going to keep giving them to him. And I see Erceg slowing down as the fight goes, and Pantoja taking over. Taking Pantoja by finish, too. I say Pantoja by rear naked choke in the 4th round. That's how I see it going down, man. I really appreciate everybody checking this out. I'm sorry I had to do kind of a quick picks. Got to get to work, dude. This stuff's so time consuming. It takes a lot of time and to get all this stuff out. So I really appreciate everybody checking this out, man. I've been having a little bad run here. I'm hoping to turn it around, but appreciate everybody checking it out. And good luck, everybody, this weekend. I'll see you guys Wednesday night. That's where you're on Defend Your Units. That's where you're going to get Baby Blood's parlay, because apparently she's the one that's actually really good at this stuff. So, which makes me happy. But